Lord of the Flies is a 1954 novel written by William Golding, and if you finished middle school, you've probably read it already and shouldn't even be here. Get out. The book follows a group of young British boys stranded on an island after their plane crashes during World War II, and details the group's slow descent into violent madness that will always happen because there would be no story if it didn't. The main protagonist is Ralph, no not that one, this one, and his first action in the book is to befriend the nerdy fat kid who I think we all know is going to be the first to die and the hardest to bury. Only he's not really very good at being friends since he decides to call the fat kid Piggy. Asshole. The two boys pick up a shell and decide to house all executive power on the island in whoever holds that shell, and somehow it still makes more sense and represents the will of the people better than Congress. They then meet a group of uppity choir boys who were on the plane as well, and their leader Jack, who like all choir boys possesses a strong and desperate appetite for murder. The boys try to organize the group into a functioning society, but believe it or not, 10-year-old boys have the attention spans of horseflies, and spend most of their time fucking around on the beach and plotting to kill one another. Shut up, you didn't see anything, Roger. Something else to note is that the island is populated by a great number of wild pigs, and multiple paragraphs are dedicated to Jack's unquenchable desire to kill one for food. He forms a group of boys, which he is the leader of, called the Hunters, no not those ones, and spends all of his time hunting and ritualizing hunting until he and his ragtag group of dipshits finally manage to kill one. They feel bad about it for a little while, but then stop because bacon is delicious, and holy shit, bacon is so fucking good. Anyways, while Ralph and Piggy struggle to wrest control of their government back, the two caballeros named Sam and Eric, climb up the mountain for some reason to check on the signal fire they were supposed to be maintaining and find a dead guy hanging from his parachute cords. Base jumping is dangerous, kids. The two of them decide that the skeleton is some kind of monster because they're little bitches, and run back to the other boys to warn them of the beast. A lot of the younger boys think this first-hand account with no proof from two unreliable sources is pretty believable, and Jack sees it as a great excuse to try to seize power from Ralph. Spoiler, Jack is a massive douchebag. Piggy espouses the importance of a dumbass shell, Jack tries to impeach Ralph but fails and becomes a Confederate, and the quiet kid who totally would have shut up a school by now if he wasn't British just kind of wanders off by himself to do magic mushrooms in the woods. His name is Simon. He finds a pig skull on a stick that Jack put there and talks to it for a while, and you better remember that pig skull because it's the most important damn character in the book. Do not forget it, your 6th grade English teacher will know. While talking to the Lord of the Flies, Simon grasps the true nature of humanity, discovers the cures for cancer and AIDS, finds proof of God's existence, goes Super Saiyan, and also climbs up the mountain and sees that the beast is actually just Barry Bonebag. He decides to go break the news to the other boys that there is no beast, but fails to realize that all the rest of them have decided to have a giant bonfire roasting pigs, and really expressing how much they love murder. Even Ralph and Piggy have joined in the fun, because the savory taste of hickory smoked bacon is just too good to pass up. In the confusion, the boys mistake Simon for the beast, and then they fucking murder him, and this is the darkest moment in the book, and you should feel bad because it is bad, and then everyone realizes what happened and goes to sleep. Ralph and Piggy wake up in the deserted camp to find that Jack has taken the rest of the boys to a natural rock outcropping that he calls the fortress, and adorned all of them in blackface because this was the 50s, so it was okay. Ralph tries to appeal to Jack and the boys' better nature, while Piggy continues to shriek about his Lord and Savior shell, until Roger gets sick of it and chucks a boulder at him as punishment for his simpery. Piggy gets yeeted off the cliff by this, his anime e-girl shell waifu shatters into a million pieces, and he becomes pulled pork on impact with the ground sans barbecue sauce. Ralph realizes that Jack has lost his shit and bids a tactical retreat as this meatball just got a little too spicy. It gets even spicier when Jack sets the island on fire to try to murder him, proving that this tiny island must be in American waters and counts as a school zone. After running around trying not to become flambé, Ralph stumbles onto the beach with Jack hot on his heels, and they find a Royal Marine just standing there trying to figure out why and how all these children are here, and how he's going to explain the blackface to his superiors, and then everyone who wasn't Simon or Piggy got rescued. The end.